Oxygen pressure was falling rapidly. 2 of the 3 fuel cells supplying electrical power from the service module failed. The third was shut down. In a matter of minutes, flight crew and ground controllers knew that the ominous sudden bang had signaled the end of the planned mission. There would be no landing on the moon. In fact, in minutes, the effort became a safe return and landing on the Earth. There followed anxious hours of improvising, substituting the guidance, propulsion, and life support systems of the lunar module for those of the inactivated service module. On the ground, flight directors and controllers, fellow astronauts, and dedicated managers from Apollo's government industry team gave round-the-clock support to assuring a safe return and landing. Across the country, simulations at North American, Grumman, and Hamilton Standard supplemented those in Houston and led to such critical decisions as whether to try utilizing the service module life support systems or whether to jettison the 50,000-pound service module to speed the return flight. It was decided to shut down all systems in the command module to conserve its precious supply of battery power needed for re-entry and landing. The lunar module, which now served as a lifeboat, was powered down to the bare minimum, and consumables were tightly rationed. The accident had occurred when the mission was still outbound toward the moon. However, the moon would have to be circled before heading home. The first firing of the lunar module engine was at 61½ hours to slow the spacecraft into a free return trajectory. The flight path carried it around the far side of the moon, then back toward Earth. Subsequent burns corrected the trajectory both for destination and entry attitude alignment. Carefully rationing power, oxygen, water for cooling systems, and other consumables, the flight crew, with their partners in mission control at Houston, won their victory. NASA Administrator Thomas Paine quickly established a review board of senior NASA officials and experts from other government agencies, industry, and the academic community. Among other data, they studied these pictures of the crippled service module taken by the Apollo 13 crew. The board positively identified the cause of the accident as 2 thermostatic switches which stuck, allowing a heater tube inside oxygen tank 2 to overheat. This damaged insulation on nearby fan motor wiring. This wiring short-circuited and ignited its insulation. The combustion caused the tank to explode, destroying other components and blowing out a panel of the service module. Examination of the required spacecraft modifications allowed NASA to determine that the Apollo 14 mission could be launched by winter. Its destination, again, the hilly uplands of the moon north of the crater Fomalhaut. During installation of new navigation equipment in Apollo 14's command and service module at Kennedy Space Center, a hole was inadvertently drilled in a cold plate of the accelerometer in the electronic assembly. About a pint of water glycol spilled into the lower equipment bay. The equipment was removed, cleaned, retested, and reinstalled.